Now sometimes when you're in this position, especially if Colby has successfully not only defended my initial attack, but has also been able to put his weight into me, okay, he may block off my arm so that I can't switch to a double. As you can see, Colby here has blocked. I can't bring this around because he's posting. Now, what I can do is, we're in this position here. Notice the weight is here. I want to keep it here. And this is what I'm going to do. Colby has this block, so there's no way I'm going to get around in front of him. His weight is on this leg that I have secured, which is less favorable for me because I would prefer the weight on the other side because I'm trying for a double leg. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to whip this leg that's posted on the mat here, his far leg, close to me. Now, to do that, the mistake many people make is they just simply try to wing the person's weight along with the direction of the force being lateral to the mat. You'll be more successful if, as you turn, you jam the weight and corkscrew the weight down on the leg that you have secured this way. Notice how my shoulder goes. My shoulder is going to stay in the pocket. That's going to move his hip a little. Hopefully his leg is going to come around a little bit. Then I'm going to come around behind and grab it low and finish off on kind of a modified double leg here. So Colby is pushing into me, and he's blocking my double. I can't come around on a double leg. I hit him here, and then I'm going to come around to here. Now from here, I'm not going to go straight. I'm going to try to rotate slightly here to this position. Get the block off. I'm in here. Head outside single. Colby's got some good defense. He's got his weight into me. He's blocking. I want to come down, and I just want to get that little bit. Here, I can just keep it where it is because I'm going to talk for a second. So, I'm around Colby. I've got his leg, but he's defended. His weight's into me. He's blocking my double off. I come down hard here, and I don't just swing to the side, but again, the harder I come down here, the harder this leg will come down. To here, then I'm going to switch. Notice, I can't go up high. I certainly can't come around here and all like this, but I can come to here. That's all I want to do is come to here and drive in. Then I want to switch. To practice this type of technique, the main thing I think that's important is getting in this position, and as a drill, being able to go down here. And I'm just trying to make this leg travel downward, around, circularly, and downward. Again, I don't want to whip him laterally without putting weight down. I want to corkscrew the weight down. Then ungrab. From here, I'm not going to drive straight this way. I'm going to circle more. And if you practice, then from here, I'm not going to go straight this way. I'm going to circle that way and land on my shoulder. And where's my shoulder? My shoulder is right in the pocket. Another situation is if I'm in, and Colby again has got good position on me. His weight's somewhat forward. Now this time, instead of just blocking here, what Colby is doing is he's pushing my head down. I don't want my head down, right? Because the more he gets my head down, the more unfavorable my position is. And when we go over defense, we'll show that getting your opponent's head down after they attack is paramount. And if you can do that, you're most likely going to be able to defeat them, counter their attack, and score on them. So, Colby pushes my head down. First, what I'm doing is I'm really resisting, like I would naturally, okay? But I'm certainly not going to give this position up very easily. So what does he have to do? He has to push harder. What then I'm going to do is I'm going to let go. I'm going to drop back. So he's really pushing, and then I'm going to let go and drop down, and almost like a slingshot, I'm going to go very low. You'll notice that my good shoulder position is right in the pocket here. It's going to travel right to the outside or the lateral aspect right below his knee. To this position here. From here, okay, no, don't push it. From here, my shoulder is going to come to here. My shoulder's in that pocket. From here, my shoulder is going to come down to here. I'm going to be grabbing this position. My head is going to be in. Notice what I'm doing down here, how I'm grabbing this position here. what I'm doing is, by putting my shoulder against his knee here, it makes it, and securing his ankle here, it makes it very difficult for him to turn into me. Turn into me. Okay. So, I can get into that position quickly as he's pushing my head down. Would I do that as a first move? No. I'm always going to be going for the double. It's not good to let your head go down in the first place, most typically. But we're presuming I'm in a position where Colby's starting to get the best of me here. He's pushing my head down. I'm resisting. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slingshot down. And as I do, and this is the trick as you learn this technique, is to get your shoulder from that good inside pocket position, sliding outside and around to the lateral aspect of the knee right below it. So Colby is pushing my head, and I'm resisting. And I come down to here. Notice the position I'm in. Colby, turn into me. Very difficult. And then I'm going to come up. I have tremendous mechanical advantage pushing into his knee because he can't turn into me. He can't turn into me to defend. To defend, he wants to have his weight on this leg and be pushing into me. I've just pushed his weight on the opposite leg, and he's facing away from me, and it makes it very difficult for him to defend that attack. So I'm in here, Colby pushes, I resist. Now, if I were just to be a little sloppy and try to come down, I'm probably not going to surprise him enough. So I really need to be, I'm really trying for that double. I'm trying to keep my head up. Then I come down. Then I come up. Mistake a lot of people make when they're practicing this technique is there's a tendency to either not bring the shoulder around to the outside, in other words, they're kind of in front here, that's no good, okay, or they don't get low enough. I've got to get this deltoid, notice the deltoid, it's almost deltoid upper part of my tricep is right here, okay, in this position here. I want to be looking up, of course, from this position here. If I get to here, that's not enough. Turn into me, Colby. So I've got to get that shoulder position from here right to here. Again, from this position, I'm going to be right in here. Starting from the beginning. Colby pushes my head down. I resist. Come down. Come on. Okay. Most of the time, your partner or opponent isn't going to go down all the way. You transition into a double. Colby pushes down. I resist. Then I fall back quickly. Here. And finish off with a double. Now, if I'm in this position and Colby tries to reach over, I'm going to lift right away. Why? Because right now his weight is over my body's like a fulcrum and his weight is over my center of balance. It's very easy for me to lift up from here. And when I do, I'm going to reach around here, sort of at the ankle or high part of the leg here, or low part of the leg. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this up here from here. Then come to the side. So Colby reaches over. I can feel now, if Colby is standing up straight, there's no way I can lift here because his weight is out in front of me. But as soon as he comes over me, I can lift very easily. And I can grab here. I can just rake this with both hands. Sometimes you can reach around here to the waist. The same type of thing. You can grab both legs. And when you do circle, sort of an arc up, what happens if I bring his feet up? The higher I bring his feet at this end, the lower his head's going to be at this end. Alternatively, you can come around the waist. If you can come around the waist, that is. Sometimes your arm is hooked in there and that's difficult. So he reaches over, I lift, up, I grab, in this position, I come around to the side. Before, when we were in the double and we lifted from here, in the double, my arm's right around the waist, that's very easy. It's a little bit more difficult when I lift it here because my arm might get trapped. But in any case, I can grab here, I can push, and I can lift up. Come around to the side. Now, another situation when you're on your knees like that and you lift will be when your partner is pushing into you very hard. And actually, that's a good concept to get down for that previous technique that we just did a moment ago where I lifted up. But I want you to imagine if I'm up in here and Colby's pushing into me and I'm pushing into him, notice the angle of our bodies. Okay, stand up, Colby. I'm down here. Colby is here. I'm pushing into Colby. Notice too, this is Colby, he's kind of higher than I am somewhat, or my body's sort of piercing or penetrating more towards his center. He's pushing down on me, I'm pushing up on him. We're pushing and pushing and pushing. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat back to my heels. And you'll notice when I'm here, I'm never like this, because if I was back like this, I'd have nowhere to go if he pushed into me. I'm always like this. My butt is off my heel here. But that gives me a little bit of play, a little bit of motion. So he's going to push into me, I'm pushing into him, I'm going to retreat. And when I do that, where is he? He's going to be over my center of balance and I'm going to come up. So he's pushing into me, I'm pushing into him. I may be trying to transfer his weight to get a double, but he's not letting me. He's really powering down. I drop back and up. So I'm here, I'm pushing in. Colby's pushing his weight down into me. Watch my feet now and my butt. It comes down to my heel, up and up. And then through. Again, I can't just do this lackadaisically. I've got to be pushing so that he's pushing. And when I retreat, hopefully I can do that quick enough so that he can't respond before his weight is directly over me, or directly over the fulcrum, which will be me. And then I come up. I come down and up. I'm in here. Colby's pushing into me. I'm trying to resist. He may be getting the better of me, so instead of just getting squashed here, I'm going to come down quick and up, reach, and through, and come to the side. I'm in tight. Colby's pushing. We're pushing against each other. He's pushing hard, and I'm going to retreat quickly, up, reach, come around to the side. Now, one thing that's important is when Colby's pushing into me and I drop back and I come up, don't have my heels here, there's space there where he can grab. Keep this down as best you can. Also too, you don't have a lot of time. You want to finish it fairly quickly, okay, so that he's not playing with your ankles. But of course you don't want to make it easy by pulling your ankles up here. One, this is closer to him than this is, and also two, this is much easier to grab than it will be to get his fingers underneath there.